I'm going to show you the mini album I made using the 6x8 paper pad called Summer Snapshots. It was a paper pad from Simple Stories, and I decided just to keep the size and make a cute little easy mini album. So I'm going to show you how I do it, and at the end I'm going to do a walkthrough and show you what the mini album looks like. So let's get started. So I'm going to show you the process I used to make these mini albums. First of all, obviously I'm tearing everything apart, putting aside the cut aparts. Now I had already used some of this paper pad. I made another mini album, which I'll link in the description box. I purchased 2 sets of mystery boxes during a Black Friday sale from Simple Stories. So I got 2 of these paper pads, and I think I already had one in my stash, so I just was determined to use them all. The first thing I did is I took off the very last page, which was a lightweight, I wouldn't even call it chipboard, just lightweight cardboard, I don't know. And I glued the paper that I wanted onto the back of this. I wanted something somewhat lightweight because I was going to use my sewing machine. So I am sewing using sort of a turquoisey thread, just about 1/4 of an inch around the perimeter of this paper that is now on the cardstock, or whatever it is, chipboard, whatever. So I'm just going to go all around it, and since I have my sewing machine out, I am going to use it and sew just a couple of other things. Well, it turns out it was really just one thing. I just cut a corner off of one piece and just stacked it and sewed around it, so I have a nice little element. Now here is what I am using to make the shaker element on the cover. I just used a frame die, or actually it was 2 rectangle dies, and made a frame, added some double-sided permanent adhesive, to which I will add a piece of acetate. I had to cut that acetate down to make sure it fit. You have to be careful with this permanent adhesive because once it's down, but it's good. All right, and now there's actually pieces of fun foam. It's the thicker fun foam, 1/4 of an inch, 3/16 probably, that I add double-sided permanent adhesive to and put it on all 4 sides. And then I'll add some shaker elements. So some are the doodlebugs, circular things, and some sequins, and just different things I had in my stash. And then I will add a piece of cardstock on top of that. And now here is the cover. So I added this piece that's got those beach balls on it, just sort of to one side and the bottom of the page. I didn't want it centered on the page. And then here is my shaker element. Add a bunch of glue to it because once I put it on, I don't want it to go anywhere. So again, not centered really. It's sort of, I've got some room on the bottom and room on the top. And now here's the back of everything. I am going to take a piece of my paper. And now I didn't cut this down. This is a 6x8 paper pad, and I just decided everything is going to be 6x8. Usually I'll have my cover one size and the pages will be a little bit smaller. But no, I decided to go ahead and do it and leave it all 6x8. Now I used another back cover. It came from another paper pad, and I'm covering that with 2 different papers. And those are the only ones that I am adding extra pieces to. The rest is just going to be the paper that comes right out of the pad, and I'm going to add elements to it. And I'll show you in a second the order that I'm going with. All right, so there's the back cover. And then I'm trying to decide which direction I want to go. Oh, this is the outside back cover. This is the inside back. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the inside front cover. the beach balls again. Yes, inside front cover. And then you see in the top right-hand corner, that is the back cover. Okay, we've got that. And then I have the watermelon papers. You see I have the corner out of that one. Then the green, and I'm going to cut off the little strings that I sewed. I first try to tie it at a knot. Now, is it important to tie things at a knot when it's paper? You guys tell me what you think. Anyhow, I cut off the strings and try to figure out, is it going to look better on the green paper or on the paper, the orange with the pink flowers? And I think it looks better on the green paper. So that'll be the page 2. That's the other side. I'm going to leave Your Sunshine and Happiness. I've got the polka dots and the popsicles. I think those are a nice little grouping. And then I guess I'm in an ice cream mood because I have the cones. Then I have that stripy paper. So there's not that many pages to it. Now I decided I wanted to use that cut apart, the little high with the seagulls on it. I thought that was adorable. So I want it to sort of go into the middle of the page. So I am taking, I don't have really heavy acetate. This is really lightweight acetate. So I just folded it in half and taped it to make it a little bit stronger. I am folding that seagull cut apart. It's got the other one on the other side. And putting that little piece of acetate to the side of it. I'll add glue to the bottom, and now it's going to be a little pocket all by itself. I cut it down. That's what I'm doing. Oh, no, I'm not doing it off screen. There it is. Cut it down. So just about an inch of that acetate is showing, and that's going to go on the last page. And so this is what it looks like all together. I cinched it. You can see there's that half page. I cinched it with 2 sets of 5 rings. I also did the same thing with this little piece. I folded it in half and just glued the bottom so it's a little pocket. And there we go. There's that little piece I just did. So now I will do a walkthrough and show you what it looks like all decorated. All right, and here's the finished mini album. So I had a couple of some ribbon that I put and just added to the coils. And obviously there is the shaker. That's a lot of fun. Just used, again, just some plain white sequins and different color flowers and some of those doodlebug shaker elements, their balls, whatever. I took a banner that says summer. There is the beach umbrella. There was something that said summer fun, so I just cut out fun, so it says summer fun there. Added one of the seagulls, added an enamel dot to the beach ball, and added some glossy accents to that popsicle that's there in the corner. So I have verbiage that says snapshots that sort of points to go inside, and then some enamel dots there. Now you open it up, and as I said, the cover and the back cover are a little thicker than the pages. So here I've got a photo mat for a 4 by 5.5 photo. Right there it says summer sunny days, and then the beach ball there. So that was the beach ball paper, and I just added a scrap of water paper there. I just thought that was pretty. There was this adorable cut apart with the chair, and it had a seagull on it. I just added a strip of this striped paper. There was a cut apart. I added the summer starts here with the days of the week, so that sort of tucks into there. And then this is that half page that I had cut the piece off. You'll see that later. Here's my watermelon spread. So I love the watermelon paper. It just made me smile. There was the cut apart that said, "You're so sweet." I made this little piece as a tuck spot. This you can put a 4.25 by 3.25 is the photo mat. So you could put a 4 by 3 photo that's landscape style there. I took one of the papers had this beach basket and the sun in it. I put the cut aparts that said summer days on it. I added a watermelon to it. And then the back, I had the picnic basket that's open and this little sort of Polaroid that says endless sun, endless fun. So that's tucked in there. And there is my watermelon page. So first a green piece of cardstock, then white cardstock, and then red cardstock. And the red cardstock itself is just about 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. The green cardstock is 4.5 by 6.5. So you could put your 4x6 photo there, but I would cut it down so you get advantage of the watermelon feature there. So I have a watermelon that's open on the side, and hidden under this page is the cut apart that says you're 1 in a million. 1 in a million. Melon. That's what it says. So this page opens up, and here is that corner pocket that I had sewed. And I just added a green photo mat so you could put a larger photo there. And a tree and sunny days ahead is that cut apart. It says this is a life. I just took a enamel dot and put it on top of that flower. So these photo mats are 4 by 4. Why do they look long? Don't they look long? Is it just me? No? Well, it's about 4 by 4. And they're stacked, so you can still add your photo underneath here and then on that one too. I just added some flowers and this little element that says summer fun. Here is your sunshine and happiness. So to make the page pop a little bit, I added a couple enamel dots to the center of the flowers. Can you see them? And then I popped up the bee and the little bug. The bee, I added some Nuvo glitter drops in the white blizzard color. I just thought it was fun. So opposite the flower, with the flower page, we have more flowers. So another cut apart there. There's a cut apart every summer as a story, a larger one with enamel dots on there, and there is just a spot to journal and talk about your summer day right there. I love the colors of this, don't you think? So there is a summer to-do list as one of the, I guess one of the elements in the ephemera or journal cards. So summer to-do list, that is right there. I thought everybody needs their to-do list. And that's room for a 4x6 photo. So this is that half page that I had. I added this. It was one of the pieces of ephemera and just a little piece of paper right there so you know it's a tuck spot. There is this. I had this from the journal, I guess, journal cards, and a smaller than 4 by, because a 4-inch piece wouldn't fit in here. So I cut it down so you still could add a couple of photos there in journal on the back. And that goes into this little spot because that makes a nice little tuck spot. The most amazing day. I wanted that to stick out a little bit. And then here, this little cut apart says smile and another little tuck spot. This was a 3 by 4 cut apart that I cut down. It says you're so cool. Fun. I loved the popsicles. Love the popsicle paper. So anyhow, there is a fun page. And then that'll open. I added a frame so you could add a photo in there. Glossy accented on the eyeglasses, sunglasses. There's glossy accents on there, believe me. And that says sunshine. I just thought that's fun and colorful. And then here I have another tag with a popsicle, a journaling spot there, and room to put a smaller photo. So this white photo mat is 3.5 by 5. And just the ice cream cones there. So here I had just that little tag. I just put it on this scrap of paper, added some seam binding, and tucked that into there. And here comes the sun, another smaller photo mat. So the white part is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4 with the little bicycle in the basket. Again, that's open so you can add your things there. I love the lemon paper and I didn't want to cover it too much, so I just added 3 3/4. Yep, 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 photo mat. Added some lemons and lemonade right there. I mean, if lemons and lemonade don't remind you of summer, what does? I just made a little cheater pocket here just by gluing it on two sides actually, and added this cut apart and that Another Day in Paradise cut apart with the summertime banner. Not glued on all the way. I need to glue it a little bit more. And then here's that piece that I have on with acetate. So it sort of floats on the page and has a nice composition. So summer fun, who, where, when, that sticks in there. And this said something else. I forget what it said, but I took a cut apart that said a summer of fun and put it over it. I think that would have made a good card sentiment, but I didn't want it for a card. Although this would make a good card, but I just thought those seagulls were so adorable. So I left them alone. There's seagulls on the back of this page, so it all coordinates. And then there's this chair, a radio, a bucket of drinks, clothesline with beach clothes and towels, and then a pair of sandals right there, and that says Sun-Kissed. And so that will close like that. And I just have, it says Best Summer Ever as if it's coming from inside the book. And there we go. So that is it. I will put in the description box, if you're interested in purchasing it, there will be information. The way I'm going to do it is first come, first serve. Whoever sees this and wants to purchase it, follow the instructions. I will send you a invoice through PayPal. It's for U.S. residents only. I'm sorry. I am going to sell this at $30. I would list it more on Etsy, but until I get a chance to do that, I'm just going to put it out there. But if it's something you want, jump on it as soon as you see it. I'll put it in the description box when it's sold, so nobody else has to worry about it. But yeah, so then you'll have an hour to pay. If it's over the hour, then I'll let the next person get the chance of purchasing it, and I will send it out U.S. mail with tracking within a day or two. Maybe that day. It depends on where I am when I sell it. So that is what I wanted to show you today. This great little mini album using summer snapshots. I have another one coming up using that same paper, more of a traditional style mini album. But it was fun paper to use, and now that we're thinking about summer vacations, I figured let's plan ahead and figure out where we're going to go and what we're going to do. So that is it. That is what I wanted to show you today. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous day.